Right, so as of today, Unhelpful commentary has been public for a whole year. So to celebrate, I thought I'd do what I do best, and copy someone else's idea by doing a channelversary video, going over everything that's happened throughout the year. Cheers for the idea, Tyro. So, to start off, I'm a massive math nerd, so let's take a look at some numbers. Over the course of the year, I've managed to convince 6,000 people to subscribe to the channel at an average of 16 a day, and my videos have collected almost 1.2 million views, at 3.3 thousand per day. That's a ridiculous set of numbers to have gotten in such a short time, but it doesn't tell the whole story. The shape of this graph makes it pretty obvious that there were some ups and downs, so let's take a look at those, starting with the good parts. My first top video of the year goes to my murderous misconceptions video. This was the first video I posted that got over 1,000 views, and it put my channel on the map to the Murder Drones community. The video itself is, well, not the greatest, but I'm happy with the success it achieved. It's also the first video with a thumbnail made by me that I don't hate. Coming in as my second highlight video, we have Everywhere to Run, Nowhere to Hide. I still hold this video as one of my best commentaries, and it still holds the record for the most views gained by a single video in one day for me, at almost 20,000. The thumbnail for this video was also used as part of my presentation to become school captain, so I guess there's that. And at number 1, my best video of the year, to absolutely no one's surprise, goes to The Murder Drones fandom is terrible. This video was the driver of my channel for months, and it's my most viewed long form video by a country mile. It's still nowhere near my best produced video, but I'm very happy with the impact it had. The video also got me my first celebrity comment from the one and only ZZ Sar, which filled my brain with all the happy chemicals. But that's enough of me inflating my ego, time to bring myself back down and take a look at some terrible videos I've made. A pretty obvious low point of this channel is the start of it. These first 4 videos made with the original stills that don't even connect together properly. 2 of these videos are private for good reason, but one of them is the first thing you have to sit through when you watch my Murder Drones playlist. My next low point on this channel is my 2,000 subscriber special, partly because of what's in it, but mainly because I couldn't be bothered editing the audio on it, so there's a ton of long pauses and audible breaths in there that make it feel way less professional. And finally, my worst moment on the channel this year is this set of 3 videos. These were the byproduct of incredibly poor planning and trying to double upload in 1 week. They all suck, and they performed terribly, but I've kept them up there to remind myself to never do that again. But that's just the surface level stuff. It is my belief as a YouTuber that you need to connect with your audience and show them who you are. That's the whole you part of YouTuber. So, I thought I'd go over what's happened in my life over the past year, and it's a bit of a mess. The end of last year came with the realization that I can't draw, and thus my plans to make animations on YouTube were not going to go very well. That's what this channel was for, by the way. All the videos on it have been privated because they suck, but I still use it as my primary account to watch stuff. So if you see this channel commenting on your video, it's me. Back on track, I scrapped the animation idea, but I still wanted to make YouTube videos, so I started thinking of what I could do. It was around this point that my thumbnail artist showed me his media project, which was a short film, and my reaction to that was, I can make a CinemaSins video out of that. So that's exactly what I did. I showed it to him and he thought it was okay, and that's where the idea for Unhelpful commentary came from. I spent the first week of my Christmas holidays making an intro video, a video on 5-minute crafts, and a video on a new YouTube show I just stumbled upon that a few of you might know about. The videos did okay, pulled about 200 views between the 3 of them over the week, and I made my next video, looking at 1, 2, 3, go. The video itself isn't bad, at least by last year's standards, but it's removed from my channel because of the thumbnail on it. Yeah. The video performed just as poorly as it looked, getting less than 20 views over a week, and I realised that my inability to draw was going to drag this channel through the dirt unless I did something about it. So, I got someone else to do it for me. This is Scatterbrain, or as you might know him, Nilo, my thumbnail artist and good friend, who's had to put up with my odd requests this past year.
Throughout the year, V has requested some very strange thumbnails with prompts like Murder Drones, what they ballin', or put V's face on this train with legs. And don't even get me started on the video with Chiron. Sorry. A lot of the time, V will also ask for last minute changes, like the fedora looks too much like a top hat. There's also a few that weren't so good, so I had to scrap a few thumbnails. But at the end of the day, it's all about making the thumbnails look eye-catching, so I'm pretty happy that the thumbnails have gone from the circle heads to my own art style. I guess that Uncom's glow up was a permanent change. With the change of improving my thumbnail quality and the increasing complexity of these requests, I also had to learn how to draw anatomy. That's more than just the head and the shoulders, including things that all artists despise. Puns!
Alright, that's about enough out of you. Now, where were we? Oh, Right, thanks to his help, my videos started doing a little bit better and gaining a couple of hundred views over the course of a week, and I managed to pass 100 subscribers. But despite this, I was getting pretty annoyed that none of my videos were getting any serious recognition, and I was constantly losing money from paying Scatterbrain and all of the subscriptions I was paying for my editing software, not to mention the $200 microphone I bought. It was February at this point, and school was about to start back up. I was doing the ATAR program, which is sort of like the Australian version of AP classes. I've always held high value on my education, and with the channel not going anywhere, I was contemplating putting it down as another failed experiment. I decided that I would cover episode 3 of Murder Drones, given I already had a theory video made, and then I would put the channel away. Murderous Misconceptions gained 2,000 views in one day. Almost a quarter of my entire view count up until that point. I credit this video with the ignition of my dedication to this channel, and I'm pretty sure that without it, I would have quit a long time ago. From there, we'd get to what I'd say is the golden point of this year. I was super dedicated to making videos, I was publishing stuff every week that I was happy with, and lots of people were watching. The high point of this came during my birthday month of April, where I hit banger after banger video. I got my highest 24-hour view count and passed 2,000 subscribers while gaining between 50 and 100 per day. Then something happened that I never would have expected.
So I'm doing what I told myself I wouldn't. I'm throwing my hat back into the ring to do a worse version of what everyone else has already done.
One of the figureheads of the Murder Drones community, a man whose videos I saw when I had less than 100 subscribers and who I looked up to for his dedication and commitment to YouTube, featured me for just a second in one of his theory videos. Tyromaniac was the first person I got to collab with who I didn't know from real life, and it was such a big moment for me. This video right here will always hold a special place in my heart, and I am forever grateful to Tyro for letting me work with him. But, as is life, for every up there must be a down, and I'd had it too good for far too long. The next few months for my channel are what I would describe as the dip. It started with my episode 5 videos being far less successful than my episode 4 ones, and continued when I uploaded the 3 worst performing videos of the second half of this year. I've already talked about them, so I don't need to go over them again. I got genuinely scared at this point. Had YouTube started repressing my videos? Were people getting bored of what I was making? Well, no. I started to figure out that the reason for the dip was that my effort towards my videos had dropped dramatically. I'd lost that energy to get home every day and grind away at a video for 3 hours. Now, you'd probably be lucky if you saw me working 30 minutes a day on videos, and the quality dip to me was obvious. I wanted to make a change, but with episode 6 coming out soon, I thought changing things up now wouldn't make it any better. Was that a bad decision? Probably, but it's what I went with at the time. My episode 6 videos were my worst performing since episode 3, and I'm not happy with them. The only bright side to this point in the channel was my introduction to Vanity Moth in our 3-way collab with Tyro, which was a lot of fun to do, and it helped introduce me to a much wider part of the Murder Drones community through his Discord server. I implemented my schedule change and started posting videos when they were ready. This was an immediate improvement both for the video quality and for my motivation, as I was now happy with what I was making. I was particularly happy with my Gacha Life video, and things seemed to be turning back for the better. Until the 6th of October. A few years ago, my grandfather was diagnosed with an aggressive form of Parkinson's disease, and was under-medicated for the best part of his first year with the illness. This took a serious toll on his health, and the well-being of the family, as my grandmother and parents spent a lot of time and money trying to look after my grandfather. He was admitted to the hospital several times in September, and the doctors could do nothing to improve his condition. He was taken home and anointed by a Catholic priest before being placed in a comatose state for about a week. In the morning of October 6, he passed away. That was the first time I had lost a person close to me, and it hit pretty hard. Grief manifests differently for everyone, but for me it was a sense of hollowness that still hasn't quite gone away. They say the best thing to do is to try and move on. But that's not easy when you're trying to move on from a key part of your whole life. My grief was cut short by the end of the year due to exams, which forced another big gap in uploads and forced me to think about something else. I guess I'm kind of thankful for that. And, well, that leaves us back here, a year later, with 6,000 subscribers and a whole lot of memories. This channel has been one of the best things that has ever happened to me, but it couldn't have happened without a few key things going on first. Yes, it's shoutout time. First up, the person who showed me that YouTube existed, my friend Archie from year 4, who showed me Minecraft Let's Plays. Yeah, I know it's a bit cringe now, but without him I wouldn't have anywhere near as much interest in this platform, and I probably wouldn't have made this channel. The next person I want to talk about is the person who made me realize that I could do YouTube myself, James, also known as Wrongboy. This man's been making videos since 2017 and deserves way more subscribers than he has. The last person who inspired me to make this channel is my favorite YouTuber, Wolfie Plays. He showed me how much impact a good YouTuber can make on their audience, and offered me a nice dose of escapism from the mess that is the real world, even today. But we can't end a shoutout segment without trying to help some smaller creators get the recognition they deserve. Obviously, go check out Wrongboy if you're into gaming videos and funny moments, but if you want to stay more in the YouTube animation community, then I would recommend taking a look at Kazaris. He's just getting started here on YouTube, and I've got my money on him going pretty far. So go check out those guys and leave a comment letting them know that I sent you. But that's about it. I might sound like a broken record here, but I want to say one more time, thank you, all of you, for making this channel what it is. From your first time watching a video, to commenting your suggestions and reaching out on Discord to collaborate with me directly, this experience has been something I could never have imagined last year, and I owe it all to you guys.
That's all we've got
for this year.
Thank you all very much for watching, and have a good one.